guys, another totally cute wooden DIY Christmas project. 3 wooden presents. And if I can make them, you can make them too. Let's go. Okay guys, all right, for this project, the little wooden presents, all you need your 3 pieces of wood. This is a 1x6 by 7 inch. This is a 1x4 by 6 inch, and this is a 1x3 by 4 inch piece. Okay, and then this ribbon, I found this one at Dollar General. It was $1. And then I found this at Dollar Tree. It was $1. And then these jingle bells I found at Dollar Tree, and I added the little that to so that they could hang. But just remember that you can make this your own, so you can use any ribbon that you want. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to put it together, and it's a pretty quick DIY. So let's get going. Okay guys, this is our wooden Christmas present project, and the next step, of course, is going to be to varnish our wood. Again, I use the darker varnish because of the fact that it doesn't take long for it to soak into the wood. It's quick, and by the time I varnish these 3 pieces, I can actually go ahead and wipe the varnish off, and it'll be ingrained enough in the wood to where I'll get the effect that I want. Now, I do want to mention that the wood pieces, Home Depot will cut your wood for you for free. Lowe's might charge, depending on your area, after so many cuts. And then also I want to say this, as far as the woodworking thing, guys, you don't have to be a carpenter. You don't have to have a bunch of tools. You don't have to have a garage or a wood shop. I'm doing this, as you can see, at my dining room table, and I'm not, you know, I'm a wood crafter, but I'm not into all that cutting and stuff. And so what I do is I choose projects that I can get something fairly easy to work with. And so if you are a novice at this, brand new, and you don't know anything at all about working with wood, like I say, Home Depot will cut it for you. And there's a lot of little minimal $20 range tools you can get, like a little jigsaw, just to make straight cuts, because that's basically all I do. If they don't cut it, if it's not the size I want, I'll use a jigsaw and cut it. And it doesn't take a lot of skill. Just mark it with your pencil and just go straight, and it's not hard to do. And then also, if you're a novice, I'm just saying, you want to sand it. And I use the little sand blocks. I'll show it here in the next section here. A little sand block, just a couple of bucks, and some sandpaper, and sand, get your edges down. They don't have to be baby smooth when it comes to the type of projects I do. So that's that. At this part, we're going to wipe it off and go on to the next step. Okay guys, the next step in our little wooden Christmas present project is that we're ready for the ribbons. Okay, we're going to start with the smaller one, the smaller present. And this, of course, is the results of after it's been varnished. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is put your hot glue and get your ribbon on here. Okay, just cut a little piece of our little Dollar Tree ribbon, or Dollar General, whichever one it was. Darn it, I thought I cut that to size, but I didn't. Okay, cut it off. Oh, that hot glue. Ooh. Okay. Now the next step is, I wanted to tell you about as far as the ribbons, either you can use this little floor wire, which you can get a ton of it for little or nothing. I've had this for I don't know how long. Or pipe cleaners, okay? But in this case, I'm going to use the wire because I want to put it around this particular one. This is not something I do regularly, but you'll find out in crafts you have to learn to adapt, and also different little techniques to get the effect you want. But I want this not to be so straight looking. I want to give it just a little waistline type. So I'm just going to pull that in like that with the wire, and then just cut it off. And this is not this is just me. I like the look of it, so that's why I did that. Why is this not cutting? Okay, now the next thing we want to do here is our bow, okay? And this is going to be a simple bow. It's not one of the real flippy ones. Just back and forth. You want it about that size, maybe a little bit smaller, okay? This is a simple one. Cut it off. Uh-oh. And then pull it in the middle, okay? And take your wire. I like it because it's thin yet sturdy. And just wrap it in the middle for good, to give it a good singe, you know, so you can have the body. Puff it out. And this wire is so thin, you really can't cut it with scissors too. I don't even know why I'm bothering with that. Okay. And then the next thing, just take and hot glue her down. Okay. Now, as far as your jingle bells, these are the little Dollar Tree jingle bells. And I took and stuck some jute down in there. I'll show you on the second one exactly how I did it. But for this, I'm just going to, I think I probably should have put that up a little higher, but I guess it'll be okay. Okay, the jingle bells. Okay, hot glue. Now the reason I'm doing it like this is because you want that hot glue there, and you want to get your little balls. These are just little scraplings that I found that fell off of the original, and really a couple of purposes. Of course for looks, but also to cover up the jute. Be careful, turn it around so the little styrofoamy things don't show so much. But okay. And that's really that on that particular present. Okay. Cut off the excess jute. I like the look of that sticking up. I do. Something about crafts. And you really are through with that present. You really, really are. So let's go on to the next one. Now I'm going to start this one off by showing you how to do the sticking the jute down in the jingle bells. Just put a little hot glue in there. Hold that over the top. The thing about the hot glue. And then just poke it down in there. Ooh. I don't know, if you haven't worked with hot glue, it's something to get used to. Get it down in there before it dries. I mean before it cools off. Okay, there's one. And then I'll go ahead and do the other one on camera as well, because I want to show you the whole purpose of having this long piece of jute, because I'm going to use this one particularly in the in the design. Okay. Oh, what fun. Okay. And while that's drying, we'll go ahead and get our ribbon on. other one on the same way. Okay, guys, got your ribbon on. Now I'm going to show you, and this is another kind of basic bow, but this is a double tier bow, okay? And on this one, you know, that's kind of your top one. Now, what you want to do after you do that is you're going to hold it together and then flip it. Flip it around, twist it, okay? And then hold that. And of course, twisting it so that the opposite, the pretty side of the bow can show up on the right side, okay? So, twist that and then twist it again for your other loop. I hope you guys can see that. And then, there you go. So let's cut that, and then I'm going to show you. Once you do that, then same thing. Pull that together in the middle, okay? And then take your floral wire and just start wrapping it. And wrap it, pull it tight so that you can get that singe in the middle to have the body of the bow, okay? Can't see every little thing, but I'm trying to make it where you can learn. Okay, twisty twisty. Okay, guys, now then you just fluff up your bow. No, I don't use bows without wire, because the wired bows have so much body and they're so pretty, and you can do so much with them. Okay, so you got your bow done. Get your hot glue. And go pretty close to the top. Not at the very, very top, but pretty close. Now, right there in the middle, hold that down for a good minute. Okay, guys. Now, the next step, that looks flat because I held it down. Stagger your jingle bells. Stagger them, but get your glue there right in the middle. Put your jingle bells there. I hope you guys can see that. And hold it down. And that hot glue is no joke. Once you feel like that's pretty good, you're going to put a second dollop of hot glue so that you can add your little, oh, beaties. Goodness, that's hot. Okay. My goodness gracious. Hot glue is not anything to play with. Get the gold part showing because it's pretty. Okay, now let that dry, and then puff up. Then this is where I just took, and I wanted it to just have that little extra jute bow at the top to give it just a little bit more of a country look, and just tie a little bitty bow up there at the top with your jute. I just thought it was cute. I want it a little bitty. I just thought that was so cute. And then, of course, cut your excess off. Okay? And that's pretty much that one. Of course, fluff up your bow. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. It's gonna come out right every time. Okay? Okay, now for the big one. The last element on our big present is our bow. Okay, so here we go. All right, and it's an 8-loop bow. And we are going to twist the whole thing. We got to get 8 loops. And the key is going to be the twisting of the loops, but it's also going to be that you got to make sure that you look at it and consider the size of the loops, okay, in correlation to where they're placed on the bow. And of course, if you're starting in the middle, you want the loops to be small, okay? And each time, when you're making a 8-loop one, each time you're going to twist your ribbon. Every time you bring a loop around, there's a twist. And each loop, okay, bigger. Just a little bit bigger than the next loop. Okay. And all I'm doing is twisting and going to the next and twisting and going to the next and twisting and going to the next. And I hope this part's not boring. I hope it's a teaching moment as far as showing you that you can make these. I'm self-taught. Nobody taught me how to do this. I just figured it out. Well, not just figured it out, of course. Of course, you Google everything. So I Googled and practiced and Googled and practiced. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7, 8. Usually an 8-loop bow is the big round ones that take up. And of course, you can have bigger ones too. But, okay. Now. Yeah, it's more challenging. Okay. Cut it. Gotta hold on to that puppy. Alrighty. Let's start wrapping. Woo. Okay, got your 8 loops. You want to start puffing, okay? That's kind of extra there. See that in the middle? And that's going to mess with my design. So I'm going to get that out of the way. Because see, the thing about this, guys, is you puff that up and you can just cover it, okay? And then once you've got it, you start bringing them out in opposite direction of the next one, okay? And you just see, just play it by ear until you get it to looking the way you want it to look. Even if it doesn't come out exactly even, you can make it that way, okay? Yeah, you're going to fiddle with it and fiddle with it until you get it right. Okay. Looky, looky, looky. And there you go. Came out pretty decent. Yay. Okay, now the next thing is you got your bow, you got your jingle bells, okay? Stagger them again. And on this one, you're going to put your jingle bells down first because your bow is going to go on top. So go ahead and put your jingle bells. I call these jingle bells. I hope that's what they are. Okay. Oof. Find your center. And I would put even more hot glue right there in the middle. Get in there in the middle that bow there. Ooh, push it down. Oh my gosh, this hot glue, it gets me every time, guys. And ooh, hold that. I'm so sorry. Hold that for a good, I say a minute on the bigger ones. Because yeah, hot glue can, your items can fall off. But keep a firm hold on that. Keep a hold, keep a hold, keep a hold. Okay. Ooh, that is hot. Okay. Now once you've got that on there, and like I say, see, that's the purpose of the wire. Because you can fiddle with it and fiddle with it till you get it exactly the way you want it. I love the wire bows. And then cut off this excess. Everything excess got to go. And there's your presents, your wooden presents. The 3 we just made. 2, 3. What do you think? I like them. You guys did a good job. Yay!